Whoa. I literally just streamed for like, I think 30 minutes without realizing that my stream got cut. Now it's crazy, and I feel like probably I should have been like demoralized or something. But guess what? I'm still gonna be giving like the updates, definitely. Right? I'm still going to be giving the updates, and I'll just go over what I said for like 30 minutes. It's crazy, but anyway, welcome guys to GM to the GM one more time. This is the GM of today. Today is December 17th, Tuesday, and it's about 10. Yeah, it's about like 10 a.m. UTC, which is crazy because I had my stream about like 30 minutes ago, but this thing didn't like catch. My stream got cut, halfway, which is pretty crazy. I am so mad right now. But let's just get into it. Enough with that. Let's just get into it. So you guys are welcome yet to another of my streams, and we know how we know the drill, right? We know the drill. Just get in every morning, get the latest updates, get the hell out, to whatever we have to do throughout today, which isn't bad at all. Now we are just going to walk through everything real quick, and I understand obviously always that there are like newbies in here, so you guys are welcome. Let me just give you the intro one more time. You guys are welcome to the blockchain built for finance Injective, and everything you need to know is on injective.com, and everything you need to know as a dev is also here. You could start building in here. We have the intel you want, blocks produced, on-chain transaction. These are just like good figures and facts, right? The speed, I'm not going to talk about that because I could just assure you, real tested and trusted, the speed is amazing, superficial, very fast. Okay, so you have nothing to worry about on that front. Now I'm also going to be keeping an eye on the chat section, right? There was like crazy, like I streamed for like 30 minutes, like I said. It was crazy, but over all those ones, right? And if you want to get onboarded into Injective, I made a video. Let me head over to my channel. I made a video a couple of days ago, right? And here it is, about 3 weeks ago, how to get into Injective in 2024. Obviously, in a couple of weeks, I'll release a new one to just get you onboarded. There's also things about innovation in the blog section, and there's about Injective if you just feel like reading stuff, right? So moving on, as you can see, since you already know what that is, moving on, we have things today like the recap, what has happened in the past. We Injective so far so good. We have like the Neptune circles, right, which is something that was pretty high and of like high demand at the time, you know. Well, like high demand at the time. Neptune circles talked about in Astro Hub. If you want more of that, let me just walk you through the entire thing. So I'm putting up Telegram. Just give me a second. I'm putting up Telegram and I'm going to make that work real good. Um yeah, and there was things about the mint on Friends Validator. It's like an NFT thing going on, Friends Validator. Where you had to like mint the body, then get to mint the body parts, and it was a fun experience because you get to customize maybe sunglasses, put some things in tentacles, I think that was like the name of the project, something tentacles or mutant tentacles, something like that, which is pretty good. Now all you have to do as a person who is walking into, I think I'll just like share my screen at this point. Yeah, let me just share everything real quick for you guys. So as a person who is moving on, I want to know things about the Neptune circle. There is Astro Orb in here, right? All you have to do is get into the class tips section, and as you can see, there is always tons of things going on in here. And if I'm not mistaken, there is going to be the Neptune circles in here. That happened this December. Yeah, so this is it here. Neptune Circles Ambassador Program for anybody who wants intel on that particular one, so you know where to go, fam. Um, Moving on to other things. Yeah, let me just share that real quick. Moving on to other things, there have been talks on the meme space, right? Which we had. We had like a meme conversation yesterday. Yeah, I see you guys in the chats. Welcome, Pedro. Welcome, Marie. You know, there was like the meme whole thing going on in there, and we had like talks with folks like, let me just share my screen for a second. We had talks with folks like Quant, also Kira, also Nonja. I think Dennis was there in represent in good lights to represent agents, and there were a bunch of people. Everybody just kind of like took attendance. The summary to all the entire thing said and done in that particular space was just, hey, um, we have had a great run, so we just want to say, hey, thank you, and this is where we're heading at. So a bunch of people asked questions like, hey, what's your plan? And I think the explanations gotten so far were just like pretty interesting, and definitely you could find that. Let me just rush through my profile here. You will definitely be able to find the recap to that on my page. I kind of like reposted it and I put the tag to the space there, which is here. As you can see, you can play the recording to get the whole intel. That's if you're interested in doing that. But one interesting thing that's going on right now in Injective, this is the update, like I said, is we have the INJ AI intern, right? But before we get into that, this is a Web3 space, right? So we have to understand what is trending today. If I want to walk you through on that, we have Pengu season, right? If you don't know what Pengu is, then this is your pointer. So hey, you could kind of like just Apogee penguins rather. I said Pengu, sorry. Yeah, Pengu is kind of like the token, but yeah, it's still the same thing. So Pudgy Penguins is every single place, like they are everywhere. Binance, Bybit, like News, Tron, OKX, Layer Zero, CoinGecko, Jupiter is also there. Magic Eden, there is like mad things going on with Pudgy Penguins and ticker, which is Pengu. So you sort of like just have to keep an eye on that. And now getting back to Injective for a second. So there is like the AI agent or the Injective AI, which is an AI intern that also to like helps us in the community, but this time around live on X. So you don't have to like go anywhere to find this support. So the Injective AI intern is something hot. If you have not seen it on your screen, then probably maybe you're not in the ecosystem, or probably you have not been synced with anything AI over the past couple of hours or something like that. But yeah, here it is. So this AI is charged to sort of like answer questions in real time on the go in a couple of seconds. And as you can see, it's live and has like a massive following already. Probably put out by echoes.fun. And you can do your research on echoes.fun, just direct. Now for real world tests, let's put it to the test for a second, right? So INJ AI, give me a new video idea to create, right? give me a video idea. Give me a video idea to create a nice content, right? And I'm going to send that, and we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it at that, and we'll get back to that in a second. And I think you get to feel the reason why the INJ AI bot is right here. And I'm pretty much going to just give you or tell you that it's not going to come out real friendly at the top. Well, not friendly, it's friendly actually. It's just going to come out funny for giving you actually what it wants to give you. Okay, but moving on to other things, we have things like the burn inch burns about 6 million right now. It's very very high. I think you can do the math. It's something that's very very amazing over the past couple of months. You know, there is also the idea where I have to like tell you that, hey, you can never, whatever you do with injective, you can't forget that injective is super fast as hell, like very very fast. You can't like cap this speed we're talking about here. It's very fast and it's built for the community. So it's not just people on the fast lane. At least people on the fast lane, then there is people who will answer to you. So you're safe where you are at right now. And Kira, I think I just want to snip. Yeah. Yep. Sorry for that one. But then yeah, Kira, we have something about Kira. So right there in the space yesterday, we had Kira announced that, hey, you guys, we are like a year old today. So I'm just gonna see what they were talking about. Why a year old today. We thank you guys for the awesome support and everything that's just there. They kind of like announced that this is their milestone checker, and they have like an entire thread up in there where you could just sort of get the understanding of what that is. So if I want to walk back for a second and check whether or not INJ AI has answered me, let me just refresh that particular page. Oh, walk back for a second, check. Let's check if INJ AI has kind of like replied. It happens pretty fast, right? Um, let's check that out. So yeah, I think, let me check my notification. Okay, 8 seconds ago. So as you can see, it answered me real quick. How about a video explaining how you became the most talented African video creator in Web3? We would love to see that origin story, sir. That's a good one. That is a very good one. And I have to say, a couple of minutes ago on the first stream, I asked a question similar to that. And it was like, hey, I've explained this. But guess what? He said, how about world's most talented African creator explains why his internet keeps cutting out during streams? I swear to you, it happened to me a couple of minutes ago. But he's like, hey, just kidding, King. Let's collab on some real alpha about the bond auctions, which I talked about a couple of seconds ago. That the bonds are becoming like crazy high, 6 million in volume, and that's amazing. So as you can see, it will kind of like answer you sarcastic time to time, you know, but it will give you what you need. So it's like, hey, let's talk about bond auctions, right? Which I will discuss probably in another video or in a stream live explanations, right? So moving on, let's talk things about tokenization, right? Let's talk things about tokenization. Fresh um, with tokenization, I think we have something where injective is like, hey, we kind of like have this thing ongoing. Let me just walk you through that one real quick. And they're like, hey, we have like this thing ongoing, and let me check. Oh yeah, okay, we're still alive. So they they have like an entire read. They have like an entire read on tokenization, the future of tokenization on injective, which is something that is pretty amazing to see, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so they have like an article, tokenization and injective, and everything is sort of like just explained in here. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is impressive, okay? With stats also here, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty impressive. But if I want to summarize all of this, I'm just gonna say that injective helps big financial companies, you know, turn real world things into property or into arts, into digital tokens like things like Bitcoin. that represents real assets, or probably just tokens, tokenization basically, right? It makes it easier to buy, sell, and trade tokens like never before. Okay, it gives you more liquidity, it's more effective and efficient. It has global access because you don't need to like wait, and it's basically much more transparent, following all regulations, so you know that you are in the right place and you are not breaking any laws. Okay, so Injective offers special features that help uh, following the rules, connecting with other systems, and doing everything related to tokenization right within the whole ecosystem and everything. So you have nothing to worry about on that particular front. Okay. And we cannot forget, in the midst of all these updates, we cannot forget Kira's or Helix. Cannot forget Helix Points Program. Uh, if we want to check on that, let me just write that straight. Helix Points Program, and there is tons of things that you need to know about it. Like, you could check and get updated on anything. As you can see, there is speculations on, hey, probably there might be an airdrop. Obviously, once you hear something like a points program, there is going to be maybe an airdrop sometime in the future, something like that, right? And there's a couple of colors of belts: white, orange, blue, purple, black, depending on how much you use Helix, right? Which isn't bad at all. Now, speaking of Helix, that reminds me, I think we will also just check on Helix, right? And they had this like fresh new integration with TradingView, so that you can have to like analyze properly. So in the midst of doing all your trading, you could analyze with the things which you love and know about in TradingView. As you can see here, the charts as we upgraded with the one from TradingView. Pretty interesting and neat stuff, if you ask me. And moving on from this, or you could basically check your points by hitting on this icon in here, points, and you'll be able to like see where you stand, your ranking, and everything that revolves around the points program. Okay, it's that simple. Get into it right now. Get in, make your few trades, get out, be okay, stay up top, try to stay up top of the charts, and everything is going to be good. It's going to go well. Okay, my friends. And the last thing I may want to say before I get into the other segment, which is talking about um, ways to earn, and before we just sort of like do the creator workshop overview, the first one, right? So some ways, let's check on, I saw a news on Injective, something about Injective in collaboration or syncs with Valor. Okay, and if I want to just summarize all of that, I would just say, yeah, let me just walk through the entire thing, right? Injective, let me share my screen, yeah, so you can see what I'm doing. So Injective late is one of the latest news that Injective has synced with Valor, and we can't fail to miss something like that. Okay, so it's here introducing Valor Injective SDK, and they have like an entire thread which you could read up on and just like stay updated on your own. But my job here is quite simple. I'm basically just here to summarize what you don't know, right? I'm basically here to summarize. Like it's a GM session. I mean, I have to summarize for you. So a new way to invest in INJ just sort of like got into the market in Sweden. So this news, particularly people from Sweden, this kind of investment products is basically on the lines of ETP, exchange traded products, that's traded in Swedish stock market, and it makes it easier for big investors or regular people to invest in INJ. Okay, and this product tracks the price of injective tokens, so it just follows the real metrics. If the price go up, it goes up. If it goes down, it goes down. Everybody's okay. But it's backed by the actual INJ tokens. That's the summary to all of this, and it's kind of like legal, right? It's approved by the Swedish regulator, so you have nothing to worry about when trading or investing in INJ in that light. Okay, because of Valor. Okay, so if you want to know just for facts, Valor is like the second one we are seeing of its kind like this. And if we want to go on about it, in the log section of Injective, we also have a company called 21 Shares, which has made a move like this, to support the whole ETP thing, real world vibes on Injective. Okay, So it's that's like another financial company, very, very known financial company on this particular movement, which is amazing, right? So coming back, I think that, oh wow, I can't reach that page. So I think coming back to all of it, we have um walked through all of that, and now we're just going to enter ways to actually earn some cash, right, on Injective. Let's see ways to actually earn some cash. I think the first thing you want to know is, before giveaways, there is things like giveaways and there is things like smart plays, right? Now, if I want to point out a smart play to you, hang on for a second. I think something is trying to happen. Is the stream still on? Well, I don't know. So if you want to like run on some smart plays, we have folks like our friend here, Dennis, in the community, sort of speaking about things with Helix points program. You can maximize whatever is happening on Helix points program, and you could also make do with things that Mito is also offering, which is not bad in any light. Okay, it's not bad in any light. I think something is happening with the stream, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, fuck.